Y'all, the time has come. So today was the iPhone 17 event / all dropping event, and we got over 7 new products. Some of them a bit mid and some of them amazing. So in today's video, I'm gonna recap all of them, tell you what's new, cut out the filler, and just hype everything up. Let's get started. So we got new Apple Watches, new AirPods, and new iPhones today. So let's start out with new Apple Watch first. So we got the all-new Apple Watch Series 11, Apple Watch Ultra 3, and Apple Watch SE 3. Let's start with the Apple Watch SE 3. So it retains the same older design, which was, I do have to admit, a bit disappointing that it didn't have a better display. But there are quite a few improvements. First of all, that old display actually is a newer display because it has always on display finally on the budget Apple Watch. It also has the S10 SIP from the Apple Watch Series 10 in it, meaning it supports double tap and gestures like this. It also gets sleep apnea detection and the temperature sensor now, meaning that it will have a lot better sleep tracking. Beyond that, there's a totally new feature called Sleep Score, which calculates your bedtime routine, sleep time, and other disturbances to give you a score. And you can now play music with the built-in speakers like the Series 10 introduced last year. It comes in Midnight and Starlight, and it retails starting at $249. Overall, I think it's a big upgrade, and I was surprised we didn't get that plastic rumored design, but I honestly am glad because aluminum's just better. The Apple Watch SE 3 also finally gets fast charging, which I love because the Series 10 has it. And it's so amazing. I could be out, almost dead, throw it on the charger, go take a shower, come back, and it's fully charged. And it comes in 40 and 44 millimeters. But now let's talk about the Series 11. The design stays the same, although the glass is now 2 times stronger than the Series 10, which is always a good thing because if you're like me, I abuse my watch by banging it into pretty much everything every day. It also has now up to 24 hours of battery life, which is always a good thing to see, as the Series 10 has 18. Although I will admit, with my Series 10, battery life was never really an issue because of the fast charging. The Apple Watch Series 11 also gets the new sleep score, which we talked about earlier, and a new health detection where it can detect if you have possible hypertension over the span of 30 days, which is high blood pressure. Now, they did mention this is not the most accurate thing, and you can't measure it all the time, but it basically looks at your blood veins and it can tell how it responds with different types of pressure. And of course, it gets all the new WatchOS features. The Series 11 also does get 5G. Overall, it was kind of a letdown though because there wasn't that many new updates, but overall it is still a very good watch. But I'm definitely sticking with my Series 10. And last but not least, for Apple Watches, we got the all-new Apple Watch Ultra 3. First of all, it is now made with a special titanium 3D printing process. It also has an improved wide-angle OLED display for better viewing angles and thinner borders. The battery life has been improved to 42 hours. Oh my word, that is incredible. But the Ultra 3 gains one thing off the 11, which is that it has satellite SOS and texting like the iPhones, which the 11 does not, which makes sense if you're an Ultra person. It also gets all of the new health features and everything else from the Series 11, including sleep score. Overall, again, not the biggest upgrade, but definitely a nice upgrade, especially since we didn't get one last year. Alright, before we get to the big boys, the new iPhones, let's quickly talk about all new AirPods 3. So the AirPods 3, I do have to admit, look very compelling. So the design is similar, but they have been redesigned to better fit in your ear with new foam tip that have more variation so it fits for more people. It also has 2 times better active noise cancellation and from AirPods Pro 2 and better audio quality. But probably the biggest new thing here is the all-new heart rate sensor. That's right, you don't need an Apple Watch. The new AirPods 3 Pro can tell your heart rate. There's a whole new workout experience just using your AirPods where you can see your heart rate and calories somehow. And overall, I think this is a really, really cool feature. And a new Apple Intelligence feature, live translation comes to AirPods. What this means, you can be somewhere and don't speak the language. And when someone talks to you, AirPods will translate it for you and speak it to you. And when you want to say something, you just hold up your iPhone and don't say it to them. And if the other person is wearing AirPods Pro 3 too, you can have a back and forth fluid conversation in the languages without your iPhone. Now, you will need your iPhone for this because all the Apple Intelligence models will be running on it since you can't really run something that complex on AirPods, but that's still really cool. They also have better battery life when using hearing aid features and active noise cancellation. And also they are IP65 or 7 or what was it, something like that, water resistance, which is a lot better, so even if they're drenched, they should be fine. Alright, it's time to talk about the big boy, the iPhone 17. Well, there's also a new one. We'll get to that in a minute. Alright, so let's start out with the new iPhone 17, which honestly, I gotta be honest, it's a lot more compelling than I thought, as a lot of the rumors suggested we wouldn't get a big upgrade, but honestly, it is a pretty nice upgrade. So it retains the same design as the iPhone 16, but comes in new colors. It now comes in a new purple lavender color, a sage color, which is like a green color, mist blue, which is a blue color, white and black. And these new color palettes look really cool. They're not as vibrant as the iPhone 16, but that mist blue, it catches me goodly. And for the first time, the base model iPhones get a 120Hz ProMotion display and always on display. And beyond that, they have even brighter displays at 3000 nits. And the borders are significantly thinner at 6.3 inches compared to 6.1. They also are better protected with the next-gen Ceramic Shield 2, and they house the A19 chip. The A19 Pro chip is 20% faster than the 16 and 80% faster than the 15. They also get even faster charging with up to 50% in just 20 minutes. But let's talk about cameras. So it has a 48 megapixel main fusion camera. We love it. It enables 12 megapixel 2x zoom. But now the ultra wide camera is 48 megapixels like the 16 Pro, which enables ultra high quality 1x macro. But the front camera also gets a huge upgrade with the all new 18 megapixel center stage front camera. First of all, higher resolution, 18 megapixels, we love it. And this camera has a new sensor side, which allows you to take horizontal photos in portrait mode. This is game changing as it's harder to hold your phone like this and it just feels better holding it like this. And it uses AI to adapt the frame as people come in. So you can take a normal selfie, normal portrait. If someone comes in, it may go the wire, and then it can turn completely to landscape mode. Not only that, but you get center stage on FaceTime calls, and it has action mode on the front camera. So overall, there's not any groundbreaking new feature, but it is a very significant upgrade from the 16. I would go as far to say it's a bigger upgrade from the 15 to the 16. So overall, it's a good phone. But here's where things get cooking. We're talking about a all-new iPhone. Introducing iPhone 17 Air. So, the rumors were true. We got the iPhone Air. It's actually just called Air. It's not 17, it's Air. And while I'm not the biggest fan of these concepts, it looks beautiful. And boy, were they cooking with these commercials. First of all, it's ultra thin at just 5.6 millimeters thick. And it's made out of a special spacecraft titanium with a glossy edge. And boy, does it look stunning with the immersive 6.5-inch display and the amazing thinness. I do have to admit, while it's not that practical, it's probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever laid my eyes on. So first of all, it has an all-new inner design with eSIM worldwide. It has the new camera palette or whatever they call it, I forgot, which allows the camera to stick out a bit so you can get a better camera in there. Speaking of camera, not because it's only one. It does only have one camera, but it is a 48 megapixel fusion camera, which does enable a 2x optical zoom, which is still pretty good. The new design comes in sky blue, light gold, cloud white, and black. Overall, all the colors are very pale, but they do look pretty beautiful in this new design. And that new display has ultra thin borders, dynamic island, 120Hz refresh rate, and 3000 nits of performance brightness. It also has the new ceramic shield on the front and back, which enables this design to be durable. And they somehow packed in the camera control into this thin design. There's also these really cool new cases and accessories with lanyards you can put on. It reminds me of the iPods, and I think it is so cool. Now, it has the fusion camera from the Pros, so it has those super res preset, and it has the 18 megapixel center stage front camera from the iPhone 17, and it records at 4K 60. But now let's talk about performance. Apple put the A19 Pro chip from the 17 Pros inside this thing. So you're getting Pro performance, and let me tell you, the A19 Pro chip is a champ. It has a 6-core CPU and a 5-core GPU with AI neural nodes in each core of the GPU, making this amazing for AI and activating MacBook Pro level performance. Now, they didn't specify which one. I'm assuming it's probably the M1 or M2, definitely not the M4. But, oh my word. Also, Apple also introduced the new N1 chip, which is their own custom Wi-Fi and Bluetooth modem. This means Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and Thread. They also upgraded the C1 chip to the C1X, which means it is even faster than iPhone 16 Pro modem, while being 30% more power efficient, which enables the iPhone Air. And it has up to 27 hours of video playback. That's even more than the 16E. So overall, while the iPhone Air is not practical, in my opinion, it definitely is a marvel of design, and I do like it when Apple finally does something different. And like I said, it is absolutely beautiful, but it is now time for the big boys. Oh guys, y'all, the iPhone 17 Pro lineup. Pro and Pro Max. Oh my goodness, I have to upgrade. I have to figure out a way. I have the 15 Pro, but oh my word. First of all, let's just talk about this new design. I mean, look at it. So the rumors were true, and it has this palette with the camera and this glass back. And it's a unibody, first unibody iPhone, and this gorgeous design with cosmic orange, dark blue, and silver. Oh my goodness. That blue, oh my word. I want to hold it so bad. I have to get, oh my goodness. That blue, the blue is stunning. So is the orange. The orange is stunning. Now, it is made out of a special aluminum. It's not titanium, but it looks so good. I actually like it better than titanium. And boy, does that screen look good. It does have the same big dynamic island, but it has the all-new 3000 nit. Of course, it has ProMotion. Of course, it's OLED. So the display, it's amazing. The borders are so thin. All right, let's jump into performance. So this does have the A19 Pro. Although it performs better because it has the first time it has a vapor chamber, which skyrockets performance and enables that MacBook Pro performance there. And they didn't mention RAM, but I'm pretty sure it has 12 gigabytes. I will confirm that, and editor me will tell y'all that right now. I found no official rating on how much RAM it has, but from what I've seen, it's pretty much 100% likely that it does have 12 gigs of RAM. I also wanted to mention that the A19 Pro in the iPhone 17 Pro is actually slightly more powerful than the one in the Air because it has one extra core in the GPU. Alright, back to the vid. It also has the new Ceramic Shield 2 on the back and front of the little shiver there. But let's just jump into why I love this so much. It's the camera. So first of all, it has a triple 48 megapixel setup. All the cameras are 48 megapixels. So it has a 48 megapixel wide camera, 48 megapixel ultra wide camera, and 48 megapixel 4x telephoto camera, enabling a 8x optical 12 megapixel zoom. And boy, do all the photos look beautiful that they showed. And it has a ton of new pro video things. First, let's talk about ProRes RAW. It's like the RAW from your camera, but in video. And they actually even mentioned during the event, this event was shot on the iPhone 17 Pro. I was blown away. I'm being honest when I tell you that when they started the event, I was like, they must have switched back to their big cinema cameras to film it, because it looks so good. They didn't say it has 8K. It may. I don't know. I doubt it. It was so clear. Like, I could see every single wrinkle on Tim Cook's face. It was so high quality. It was like 10 times better than this. And the rawness, oh my goodness, it looks so good. It also supports Gen Lock and time code. Don't ask me what those do. I think it has to do with some. Don't ask me what those do. All I know is it's good. And it has an all-new battery design, which enables up to 33 hours of video playback. The GPU is 50% faster than the 15 Pro, which is my current phone. And I know we already talked about the design, but can we just appreciate this new design? So overall, while the 17 Pro doesn't have the most new upgrades, the upgrades it has are really, really, really impactful. And of course, it has all the new Apple Intelligence features. Yeah, I'm gonna sell my kidney. I'm going to sell my leg or something. I'm just kidding. Let's not even talk about that. I have to get this one. Yeah. So that was the Apple event. 8 out of 10. It wasn't the best. Like, it was amazing. It was very quickly paced too, which I liked, because after witnessing the horrific made by Google with Jimmy Fallon, it did come in clutch. All right, thanks for watching. I have to. I got stopped before I don't know. I have to go out there and somehow scramble up $1,200. All right, I'm gonna go pass out, and I will see you in the next one.